Welcome guys to another episode of Eye of Terror, and Darren and I are back continuing on with the Necromunda Campaign Killjoy's Landing. You're bringing your Goliaths, you're down a couple of guys.
Two.
Yes, up against my Genestealer called Destructus, and we rolled off for this scenario already. Darren rolled a 10, he gets to pick the scenario, and he picked Sabotage.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's trying to sabotage my territory. Not my special territory that I have, correct?
Yeah, we're going for your turf.
Just for my turf.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sabotage, the whole thing is I have an item in the center of the board that they are trying to destroy. It has toughness 6, 5+ armor save, and 4 wounds. Yeah. Darren, if he shoots at it, gets +2 to his rolls because it's so large and easy to hit. And if you're in melee with it, you automatically hit it. Once Darren destroys that object, he then can vacate the field with his models by ending being within 1 inch of a board edge at the end phase, and then just removed.
Run like hell.
Yeah, so it's a hit and run basically. So he gets his full crew of 7 models currently.
Yep, 7.
2 are sitting out, and I get 5 models randomly determined, which we've already determined, and they're not good for me as sentries. But then I get D6 reinforcement rounds. Once the alarm is sounded.
It's going to be a long game because we've got to move the sentries around according to dice rolls.
So sentries, basically what happens is after Darren activates a model, I then get to activate one of my sentries. So I randomly determine what sentry it is. I don't have actual cards like cut out for them, so I'll just roll a d6 for them because I only have 5. And then that model will activate. Darren and I will both roll a d6. Whoever rolls highest gets to move that model the number of inches equal to the lower roll. After that, I can roll. You roll 2d6 to see the spot range, and then there's some modifiers that will explain once they come up. Darren got to pick 3 tactics card.
Yes, I did.
And I had to draw 2, and so we've already done that as well. So we got reinforcements, we got sentries. I do have my gang relic as well because I do have home turf advantage, so that's pretty good. Plus I get a bonus to rally and stuff along those lines. Anyhow guys, let's show you the gangs, show you the board, and get right in the match from there. This here is my entire gang, not for today's match, not including Zixie's here is going to be sitting out this match because he's in recovery, so he's just going to lay down on his card. But I have Zothor here. He's my leader, sitting at 9 experience currently. Has Plasma Pistol, Bone Sword, Auto Pistol, Hypnosis, Impetuous, and Hazard Suit. Then I have Naga, who has a Chainsword, Auto Pistol, Berserker, and then both of those guys are actually my sentries, as well as Zoltan is one of my sentries, and so he has a Fighting Knife, Auto Pistol, Blasting Charges, Infiltrate as his skill. Over here I have my Nexus, which is my new Aberrant that I got when I was playing Ash from Gorilla Miniature Games. Back here I have Itsu, just Auto Gun, and then I have Nalketh, and then Thagash. All of those guys have auto guns. They're not sentries. I have Zal, who's a sentry. Then I have Briggs, who's not a sentry, has a grenade launcher. And then I have a Nuln, who has a las gun and grenade launcher and is a sentry. So again, my sentries are my 2 champions, or I should say my acolytes. My leader here, Zal, my mining laser, and then Nuln back there with my las gun and grenade launcher. Those are my 5 sentries for today's match. So this here is Darren's gang for today. Darren, why don't you walk us through what you got?
What kind of details would you like at?
Well, just names.
Iron Jawz, my leader.
Yeah, Iron Jawz over there.
Iron Jawz.
Yeah. He's equipped with the Brute Cleaver stub gun.
Exactly.
And a las gun.
Now.
You gave him a las gun.
He's got 5 experience at the moment.
Yep.
Moving down the list, Thor, my champion.
Yep.
If you're going by experience, he's leveled up once, so he's at a total of 10 at the moment. With the leveling.
Yep.
Sitting with a Spudjacker. stub cannon.
Yeah, and then we got Karok
sitting out.
Yeah.
We
Down here?
have Pukes.
Pukes.
Not one of my favorites.
No, how many experiences
but
he got?
Sitting at 3.
Sitting at 3 experience, that's pretty good.
Which is interesting. He has a fighting knife and a stubby gun.
Nice, and up over this way.
We got Arjak, who's doing very well. I believe he's leveled up once.
Yeah.
He's sitting at 6 experience in total.
Not bad.
With the grenade launcher.
Yeah,
and the shotgun.
So he is a ganger, so basically they restart their calculations of experience after they roll on the chart. But in total, he has got 1 advancement, and he has 6.
Advanced once. Radix.
Yeah.
He's sitting at 5, and he's carrying Grade Launcher as well.
That's pretty good.
No Nuts, which is new. He's at 2.
Yep.
He's holding a launcher as well.
So those 3 guys all have grenade launchers.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's why they're all on the same page.
Yeah, you know absolutely. Absolutely.
Melbex is sitting out.
Yep.
Who did advance the last time as well, but he's going to sit and pout.
That's going to sit and
pout.
And
Finn, who's doing pretty good there, he's sitting at 4.
That's pretty good. So that is the Goliath gang for today's match. Here we are with our 4x4 board today. It is a deep cut studio urban match with a whole bunch of GW terrain and others on the board. So it's sort of just a ruined buildings, ladders, and such. The target that Darren has to blow up is that center generator right there, and then there's just scatter terrain and buildings all around so he can get in there. So I have to deploy my 5 sentries first, and Darren sets up within 2 inches of any battlefield edge, so we'll do deployment next. So we are all deployed. So I set up Zothor over here, and then over there I have Zoltan with my blasting charges. Over here I have Naga with his chainsword and auto pistol. I have Nuln up there with his las gun and grenade launcher, and then over here I have Zal with his mining laser. Back here you have Fen and Pukes down there, and your 5 models all the way over there. 3 with grenade launchers, and then your 2 champions. Well, your leader and your champions. So that would be Iron Jawz, and who's the other guy?
The champion Thor.
Thor. Oh, that's going to be interesting. So I think he's just going to line up grenade launchers all day at that thing and then just flee. I think it's going to be quite a very short game, I think. We'll see what happens, though. So Darren, your first action, what are you going to do over here?
We're going to group activate these 3 right here.
With Iron Jawz? Alright, so who are you going to start with then?
Oh boy.
That is the question.
Left to right, how's that sound?
Sure, alright, so you're going to do... that is... Who is that? Who is that? That is Raditz with his grenade launcher.
It is Raditz.
Raditz. So what are you going to do with him?
Aim and shoot.
Aim and shoot at this thing?
Yes.
Are you within 24 inches? Let's double check.
Well, yeah.
So he's definitely within 24 inches of the objective right there. So you are... What type of grenade are you going to use? Frag or crack?
It's...
You could... Now, by doing this, you could alert me.
Yeah, okay, we should have a look at the book just to figure out.
Well, alerting me basically...
It's going to happen anyway.
It's going to happen eventually, but this, if you use a crack grenade at least, and you could blow it up at the end of this turn, you know what I mean? It's depending, because your crack grenades are 2 damage apiece, so it's really up to you.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Let's
crack grenade it is, so aim... You're Goliaths, they're blunt into the...
Come on, we're swinging dicks.
Alright, so aim and then shoot, I'm assuming?
Aim and shoot.
Yeah, so you get +3 to your hit roll, so D6 and an ammo die.
Where's my ammo die?
They're right there. Yep. D6. Alright, so you're normally 4+, but really it's 2s now. Because, yeah. Oh! It's a 1 and an ammo roll! Reroll that to see what you get for ammo. Okay, so you're not running out of ammo. Let's roll 2d6 and see if you alert me, adding the strength value of your crack grenade. Alright, so it's 8 plus the strength of the crack grenade, 6, so I am alerted. Sentries are alerted. So raising the alarm. If sentries have ready markers at the end of the attacker's turn, the alarm is raised. So that's not applicable. But the second part. Also, when a fighter makes a ranged attack, roll 2d6, adding 2 if the weapon has a blast template, or blast trait, which he didn't use a blast trait, he used a crack grenade, and add the weapon's strength, which was 6. So I rolled 8 plus 6. That is higher than 10 or more. The alarm is raised immediately. Finally, at the start of each round after the first, it goes from there. So once the alarm is raised, sentry rules no longer apply. Any sentries who have gained a ready marker keep it and can be activated this round. So I can't activate any of my guys technically,
right? Because
you've raised the alarm and none of my guys have a ready marker. That's really weird.
That's strange.
But that's how it is.
Maybe we should do a little reread there.
Yeah. Moving on over to Iron Jawz over there. What are you going to do with him? Probably?
No, he's going to aim and shoot.
Well, you're too far away. He has
a las gun.
Oh, he has a las gun. All right. Sure. So aim and shoot. So you're needing 2s again.
If I do the 1 again, I get pretty damn shot.
It's all good.
There we
go. So you hit. All right. So roll that d6 again. So you need 6s to wound, though. No wounds.
Okay.
Arjak is the last model to activate for this group activation. So, what are you going to do with him? Aim and shoot with his...
Aim and shoot again.
Crack grenade? Alright, so needing 2s to hit.
Should I not hit him with the frag?
No, the crack grenade is higher strength, so you wound it. And it does more damage, right? Or has more damage. It's damage 2. And this thing only has 4 wounds.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
Alright, so you hit.
Okay.
Roll the wound, so it's toughness 6 versus strength 6, so you need 4s or more, so it's a wound. You have -2 to the AP, I believe.
Yeah.
So it takes 2 wounds, has no save.
Boom, boom.
That's 2 wounds out of 4 gone from that. So Darren, you're gonna... I have no ready markers,
right?
Which is weird. So I can't technically activate. Because my guys are taken by surprise, I guess, and you've raised the alarm, but they don't have the ready markers to actually be able to activate now. So you go right into your next guys, and I'm assuming group activation with...
No, not with a crack grenade again.
Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, crack grenade.
Speeding this game up.
Yeah,
might be our shortest game yet.
It's a 1! No, nothing. Woo! Moving on to Thor next, when he's going to have to move, I'm assuming.
So... yeah, if he moves his 4 inches,
yep,
that'll put him within 18.
Probably, yeah.
Because we're already 2 in.
Alright, so move his 4. We'll see where he goes. Alright, Darren, you moved him right up there like so. And then what are you going to do next?
We're going to take another shot.
You're going to take another shot
There we go.
at that. So we'll see if you are in range. So Thor is definitely in range of that center of the board. So he's going to use a stub cannon, hitting on 2s. It's a hit, but you need an ammo check. So reroll that d6. It's out of ammo. Right. So now it's a strength 5 versus toughness 6. So you need 5s to wound. No wounds.
Oh boy.
Last, over here we have 2 more activations that you have to do. You might as well just do them both because I have nobody to interact with in between. So you have Pukes and Fen. What one do you want to do first?
I'm going to have to move Pukes.
Pukes first? Alright, we'll see what he does with them. So before we move on to Pukes and Fen's movement, every time you wound that objective over there, you gain an experience. So Arjak wounded that, so he gains an experience, but he's within 6 inches of your leader, Iron Jawz, who has Mentor. So you need to make a leadership test with Iron Jawz. So it's 2d6. And you want to get over your leadership skill, because if he does, then Arjak gains an additional experience. All right, so he gains an additional experience. So instead of gaining 1, he gains 2 from wounding that. All right, so going over here back to Pukes, not after doing that little backtracking with the experience. What are you going to do with these guys?
It looks like these poor boys are just going to have to go into
hiding
cover.
Okay.
Because they're really not close enough for me to take a shot.
No.
And my theory is if I move away from the edge of the board, it's going to take an entire turn to get off the board if I do succeed.
Yeah, so you're just going to move them over, basically?
Yes.
All right. Both of them did move actions to move over here, so Fen did a double move, and Pukes just did a single move. So that takes us to the end of the round, and no bottle test or anything, because nobody's injured except for my territory, so we'll have to come back with seeing who gets to drop next. Actually, reinforcements first. So going into the end of the end phase, I get D6 random reinforcements. Alright, so 2 random reinforcements, so I'll roll those randomly. So I have 5 guys, actually, that are still sitting to, or waiting to come back in as reinforcements. So I'm just going to go Brig, Nexu, Itsu, Nalketh, Thagash. So basically, work all the way down, then over 1. So I'll roll a D6, re-rolling any 6s. So a 2. So that's Nexu comes in. And then my second reinforcements, 4. So that is Thagash as well. We've got to roll now to see what table edge they come in on. So starting with Nexus over here, 1 or 2, Darren gets to choose table edge, and then 3 to 6, I choose. Alright, so 6, I choose. And then Thagash as well. Darren, you get to choose for him. So Darren has deployed this guy over here at the gash in this far corner, so he's just in that inch. And over here, I decided to place Nexus right there, like so. Okay, let's see who gets the drop for the next turn. I got a 4 to your 5. You got it. Yeah. Starting over here, where you're going to do another group activation for your first activation this round, okay? And you're starting off with who?
Left to right, I guess.
Okay, so you're going to start off over here with Raditz. Alright, so needing 2s to hit. It's a miss again with a 1. I will take it. Your leader here, Iron Jawz, you're going to use your lasgun again.
Yeah.
Alright, needing 2s to hit. Okay, so it's a hit. Yeah. Now needs 6 to wound. It's a wound. Can you... Can I save it? 5 up. No, so he gets a experience point. And it's down to 1 wound now. Our Jack over here is going up next, needing 2s to hit.
Here we go.
Yeah. It's a miss. Oh, I will take that.
I'm taking these two dice out of the game.
My activation is going to be over here with Nexu, and he's going to charge into Pukes over there, and he gets a whole whopping 5 inches of charge distance. So 5 inches was enough to get him into base contact with Pukes, and right there with his power hammer. Nexu has 3 attacks on the charge, and needing to hit on 3s. So, here we go. Alright, so that's 2 hits. What is your toughness with Pukes? Is it 3? 3. Alright, so I double your toughness because I'm strength 6 with my power hammer. So need 2s to wound. And so that's 1 wound. You have no armor, correct?
No.
Alright, so you can't save that, and it's 2 damage. So let's see what happens to him. Here we go. Alright, taken out of action. Nice. So Nexus gets an experience point, and we'll roll to see what happens on the lasting injury table. Alright, so black will be the 10s column for the lasting injury chart, and the silver will be the 1s. So here we go. That is 36, sir. 36.
36.
Yeah.
Put you into grievous injury. The fighter goes into recovery.
Alright. Pukes is in recovery. Not bad at all.
Back next game?
After the next game, Pukes will be back. And then this guy here gets to move 2 inches, so he's just going to tuck in around that corner like so. Okay, Thor over here is going to group activate with No Nuts. Yep. No Nuts. Who are you going to do first?
Before we do that, the lucky find. He's out of ammo. Thor
is? Okay, so you're going to activate Thor first.
And give him some
so you'll use 1 action to automatically reload his gun.
And now he's going to take a shot.
Alright, so you get +2 to this, so you still need 2s to hit. There you go. And it's a miss. I will take it. Oh. Darren, you're going to activate No Nuts next as part of the group activation. What are you doing with him?
We're going to aim and shoot.
Aim and shoot. Not that you really need to aim because you're already hitting on 2s, but you're hitting on 2s either way.
Yeah, but I'm just rolling 1. Yeah. So can we reverse it?
No. There's a 2, so it hits. You need to roll the wounds. So you're using your crack grenade, obviously, so you need 4s. It's a wound. I have no save versus that, so No Nuts gains 2 experience for taking that objective out of action.
Yes. And he's within 6.
And then he's within 6 inches of your leader, so can he gain an additional 1 by make a leadership test for said Iron Jawz.
Oh, Iron Jawz.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Look at his leadership. Alright, so 4. What is his leadership?
He's 5.
Oh, so he only gets a 2 experience. He doesn't get the additional 1 from Mentor. Okay, so my next activation is going to be Zal. He's just going to pivot as part of his activation. So his first action is aim, and you can choose your facing at the beginning of any of your actions. So he's going to aim, and he's going to shoot down there at Thor. So I do have a -1 due to range with Zal, but I aim, so that ignores that. So I'm hitting on 4s. Where's my ammo die? Here it is. Hitting on 4s into Thor. Misses, so nothing. Alright, Darren's last action, or activation for this round is Fen over here. And what are you going to do with him?
Well, he's going to run to the edge of the board. Sounds kind of like one of Sean's characters, doesn't it?
Yeah. Just run. Yes. Oh, what did we call him?
Everyone watching this knows.
The kid.
Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid, but it was Billy the Coward is what it was. So you're just getting double move to be within an inch of that.
Yeah, so we're just watching me.
So at the end of the phase, he can run away.
It's happening in motion. Look at that.
Ooh, look at that, and he's there. Next activation is going to be Brig all the way over here. He's just going to move up here because he can actually see through the window and shoot at, I believe it's No Nuts down there through that window. You will have full cover, so I'll have a -2. Hitting on 6s, using my crack grenade up against No Nuts. 6s! Oh, it's a 1.
Nice to see you roll.
I know. Gash here is just going to do a double move up, because he can't do anything else. Over here I have Zothor. He's going to move up his 4 inches, and he's just going to come around right over here like so. And hopefully see somebody through that building. Can't see anybody, so he's just going to continue around and get into full cover over here, like so. Naga over here is going to do a double move. Naga did a double move and just ended his movement right there, like so. And then we have Zoltan here that's going to be moving up as well. Naga here is after, or sorry, not Naga, Zoltan after moving his 4 inches is going to try to shoot into Thor over there in the open. Zoltan does have Thor in range of 12 for his auto pistol shots. You're in the open, so I need 3s to hit you. And I hit you with 1 shot, so you are pinned. Do I wound you? Needing 5s. It is a wound. You get an armor save, though, because I'm in your front arc. It's 5 up. Nope. So that's a wound on him, and he is pinned. End phase. This guy here is going to flee, because he's within an inch of the board edge. At this point in time, the Goliaths don't have anybody else within an inch of the board, so they all stay there. You need a bottle test, Darren. You have, well, you have the guy that flees counts as going towards bottling, and then the guy that I killed as well. So you have 2 guys that have fled. How many bottles did you start with? 7?
7.
So you can't even fail it. So don't even worry about it. I get D6 reinforcements at the end of the end phase. So 5. That's the rest of my 3. So we'll see where they get set up. Starting off with Brig. He can be set up anywhere I want within an inch. And then we'll go into Itsu next. Anywhere I want within an inch. And then we got, Nalketh. You can place Nalketh anywhere you want. And I have to set him up within an inch. Look at this! Nalketh is deployed from an inch down here. Brig and Itsu are setting up within an inch over on this side of the table behind that piece of terrain. So hopefully I can get some shots off later on. Maybe into one of those guys this turn. Let's see what happens. See who gets a drop. I get a 2 to your 1. I get it. I get it. Zoltan's going to be my first activation this turn, and he's going to move up his 4 inches. So he's just going to come up to here, and then sort of tuck in over on the other side, like so. And then he's going to chuck a blasting charge. So we got to see how the distance is, and he's going to hopefully put it right behind here. Alright, so the 8 inches mark puts it right there at the corner of that barricade, so we got to see where it scatters. Here we go with the scatter die, see its distance, so 4 inches back. Whoa!
That takes it off the table.
4 inches from that corner, we'll see where it goes. So 4 inches from that corner of that barricade, places it right back here, like so, hitting both those 2 guys. Both Iron Jawz and Raditz. Here's my ammo roll for my blasting charge, so it's 5+. So I'm out of ammo with his blasting charges. Okay, so here's to wound up against your leader, Iron Jawz. Okay. So we need 3s to wound. It's a wound. Has -1 AP, so that is a 6-up save for you, sir.
Not my 5s?
Nope, because I make it worse by 1. It's a 2. Alright, so, because you have 2 wounds, it's damage 2. I get to roll 1 injury die to see what happens to you. And he's out of action. Zoltan gains 2 experience from that. Alright, lasting injury roll. Let's see what we get. The black is the tens column again. So it's 21. Alright, so that roll of a 21 just puts Iron Jawz out cold, but Zoltan does gain 2 experience from that. Raditz is the other guy. Let's see if I can wound him on a 3+. And I do, so you have a 6-up save up against him.
Why bother rolling it to 1?
It's a 5. Alright, so because you actually, you are only 1 wound, I get 2 injury dice now. Let's see what happens to you. And you are seriously injured.
So let's face down.
I gotta test strength to see if I do knock you back. So I need 5 or more, I believe, to knock you 1 inch forward. Because the whole
knockback is 2.
So 4. So Raditz over here, he gets to move his full inch up there, like so, after being knocked back, because it's actually equal to or higher than the strength for the knockback. Jack here needs to make a break test to see if he flees or not, or a nerves test. So roll 2d6, and you want to get higher than your cool. You are 10. Fine with a 10. All right, Darren, what are you going to do for your next action?
Group activate, stand.
Okay. With Thor here?
Yep, Thor's going to stand up.
So he's going to stand up as your first one. And the other model, obviously, is going to be No Nuts.
And No Nuts, and they're going to...
he's going to move back as his one action.
Back, yeah.
All right. Okay, so you're going to do what with this guy?
We're going to crawl into a prone position, so I'm hidden.
Cover.
Cover it.
Yeah, I think it's like called dive for cover, I think it is.
Dive for cover.
And so you get to make a half-inch move action, and then you go prone behind cover.
Yes.
And when you're behind cover prone, you can't be seen, and nobody can target you with ranged attacks. So you're back there, and you're protected from ranged attacks at this point in time. But you did group activate, so you're activating him next, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
And we're just going to... Ooh, hang on. Give me a second here.
All right. All right, so this guy here, what are you going to do with No Nuts?
No Nuts is going to back up to the edge of the board and then go into a prone position to hide himself.
Prone position to hide from a frontal view. Briggs is going to be my next activation, and he's just going to move up here like so, 4 inches. And then he's going to shoot at Arjack there. Alright, so I'm going to shoot a crack grenade into Arjack there, needing 4s to hit. You have no cover. I rolled a 1, so nothing.
It's about time!
I do have a stray shot, though. You do have your guy that is pinned, that is down there, because he'd be within an inch of the line. I believe that is Raditz. So 1, 2, 3, I hit him with the crack grenade. Let's see what that is. It's a 1, so it does hit him. Alright, rolling to wound on Raditz. Needing a 3, which I wound. You get no armor save because you have 6 up. -2 is nothing. And his damage 2. So let's see if I take him out. He is seriously injured still. And he's flesh wounded, so he's now toughness 3 and still in the same position. Alright, you're going to move Arjack next. What are you going to do with him?
He's just going to move back and prone just...
Alright, just in cover. So he has some hiding positions.
Yep.
Hitsu's going to be going next, and he's going to move his 4 inches up, just like so. And make another move action, because I have no line of sight for shooting, over this way, like so. Darren, you're going to activate this guy next?
Yeah.
And you're just going to crawl him back
within
an inch, so that way he can be on the board. Thor over here is going to be my next activation. He's just going to move his double move just around the corner here. And that way... hopefully within some charge range next turn, maybe. This guy up here, he's going to do a double move, and he's just coming up as well. Just get into a relevant position, if I don't drop him on the board. So he's just coming up over here, like so. Zal up here is just going to move. Darren's out of action, so he's just going to come up here like so. But I have nobody I can target and see. Here is just going, this is Null, and is just going to move over here with a double move as well. Right there, like so. Next, who's going to do a double move, and he's just going to come, oops, he's just going to come around the building all the way over here. Ending his movement right there, like so. I do apologize about the wonky camera as I was trying to measure and moved it downwards. Last two guys, these guys are just going to do a double move all the way up as well. Ending their movement like there, like so. Start the end phase, these 3 models are taken off the board, like so. You do have Thor on here still, unfortunately. You need to make bottle tests, so you have 6 guys that are gone, so you're going to bottle one way or another.
Yeah.
Well, roll a 1, actually. If you roll a 1, you don't bottle.
All right.
You bottle.
What?
Yeah.
Roll
what? Darren, end phase, you bottled.
Yeah.
We're going to roll for priority for next turn, see who gets a drop. I get a 1, automatically goes to you.
Well, that's nice.
I had it last. So, are you choosing to bottle and just flee and remove that model there?
Yeah. Well,
yeah, you might as well. You have nothing to lose, right?
Yeah.
So over there, Thor just does flee and is removed from the board. All right, Darren, so going into the post-battle sequence, we got to see if you...
was it Raditz?
I think it was Raditz, the guy with the hammer.
Yes.
So Raditz, we got to see if he succumbs to his injury. So roll a d6. On a 1 or 2, he succumbs to his injuries. 3+, he's fine. All right, so he's fine. All right, seeing if I capture any guys from Darren's gang. So I took 2 guys out of action. So it's 2d6 plus 2, and I'm trying to get 13 or higher. That is not enough, so I don't capture any of his gang. Moving on to the second step of the post-battle sequence is collect income. So we're in cycle 3. This is the first cycle, or first match for us in cycle 3. So we both get 10 times our turf in income. You have no turf right now. I have turf 2 currently, so I get 20 credits from that. On top of that, I also get a free neophyte from my settlement. Alright, so I earned 20 credits there. Darren earned 0. But we go into the next step, which is receive rewards. So Darren is the victor here, so he destroyed the target. He gets d6 times 10 credits. You want to roll high here, Darren. Come on, roll high. You got this.
Can I get a 6 or something?
I want
all these 5.
5 or a 6. Come on, 5 or 6. 5 or 20 credits. You get 20 credits. Moving on to the second portion of the rewards, turf. I lose a turf because you destroyed the target. So I'm down to turf 1. Okay, so the next step in the rewards section is experience. Each fighter that took part in the battle earns an experience, and then if my target was destroyed, or sorry, if the target was destroyed, the attacker's leader gains an experience. So currently my team is sitting at the following experience. Zothor, my leader, is sitting at 10. Naga is at 5. Zoltan is at 3. Zixes, who was sitting out this game, didn't earn any, so he's sitting at 3. Itsu's sitting at 3. Now Keth, which is a ganger, is sitting at 6, so he'll level up. Zagash is at 5, so if he survives the next game, he'll level up. Zal is at 1. Brig is at 5, so he'll level up next game as well. Nullness is at 3, and then Nexu is at 2. Darren, what are you sitting at experience for all your guys? Just, yeah.
Okay, Iron Jawz, he's gained 3 today.
Yep.
With his previous 5, so he'll level up today.
Well, you can buy something with him if you want.
With next, yeah. Thor's sitting at 5.
Cool.
Korak didn't play this round, so he's still at 3. Pukes gains a point for doing nothing.
Yeah, what's he sitting at now?
He's going to be at 4.
Okay.
Arjak gained 3 plus the advance, so he would be at 9 if we're counting it that way.
Well, no.
Or do you want to count
he's
it
only
as
at 3
so
because
he's at 3.
Every time a ganger gains 6, it resets.
Right.
So he's at 3.
Yes. So the ganger's at 3. Radix, he gained 1 plus his 5 puts him at 6.
So he gets to level up.
He's leveling up now.
Yeah.
No Nuts.
No
Big whopping 5, and he really. That's his second game.
That's second game. That's pretty good.
Quick.
It's the grenade launchers and that, and the experience from targeting the target, right? So he'll be able to level up next game if he survives.
Yeah, he
Melbex.
He better. Melbex is sitting at a big whopping 1.
And didn't gain any of this.
And Fen at 5.
Alright, so next match he should level up as well.
Hope so.
That's good. Okay, last step, reputation. Each gang, if this is the first time playing their opponent, gains a reputation, which isn't the case between Darren and I, if you've been following along in the campaign. If the attacker destroyed the target, their reputation is increased by 3, and the defender's reputation is decreased by 1. So I go down to reputation 5, and Darren went up to reputation 8. And then Darren also gains 2 reputation for being 200 credits lower than myself. So that puts him up to 10, but he did bottle, so he loses 1. So 9 in total. So because I lost turf, I have to roll a d6, subtract the amount of turf that I've lost, and if it's a 0, I lose my special territory. So it's a 6. Minus 1 is 5. I don't lose my settlement. Okay. Going into the post-battle actions, all our guys are just going to work the turf. So Darren, you have two guys that can do it. So your leader, Iron Jawz, who just missed the rest of this game, but isn't in recovery and isn't captured, so he can do a post-battle action. And Thor, who can do a post-battle action as well. So you're working with turf. 2d6 times 10. What? 120 credits right there. Bounces back. Bounces back. And all 3 of my guys, so Naga, Zoltan, and Zothor, are working the turf, so I get 3d6 times 10. Alright, so I get 13. So that is 130 credits for me.
Nice.
So I'm going to go shopping with my guys, so I'm going to see what I can get with for rarity. So I roll 2d6 to determine the rarity value. Alright, so 6. Alright, so we went to the trading post. I ended up buying a las gun for my free Neophyte Brigand. And then I also picked up a Rogue Doc Grishnak. So that way I get a free medical escort. Darren, you did the exact same thing for 50 credits as well. So that is that. We're going to do our level up for our guys. Usually it's done at the beginning of the game, but we're going to do it now. So Darren, you have one guy that's sitting at 6 experience. We're going to do it now, like we were saying. So
that's Raditz.
Raditz. So you roll 2d6 for me, sir. 2d6. Alright, so that's a 9. So improve the fighter's willpower or intelligence by 1. And his credit rating goes up by 20. So intelligence or willpower. You're going to choose to do willpower for Raditz's upgrade. Okay, and his credit rating goes up by 20 as well. So he's 135 as credit rating right now.
What's the difference between his will and his intelligence?
For me, Nalketh, he gets to upgrade because he has 6 experience. So let's see what he gets. Alright, so 10. Alright, so with that 10 roll, I can improve Nalketh's leadership or cool by 1. So I'm going to increase his leadership, or sorry, his cool by 1, which makes him cool 4 at this point in time. So he's not going to be breaking easily. This here is my gang going into the next match. It is getting up there in size. I think I have 12 guys now. And so I have a total credit rating or gang rating of 1,540 credits, and we got the new guy down here at the end, Brigand. Brigand just has a las gun. I don't have my medical doctor on here yet as well, or my rogue doc, sorry, but Grishnak, I will make a model for him and have him ready just in case. And this is Darren's gang. What's your credit rating going into your next match, sir?
Looking at somewhere around 1310.
Oh man, oh man. Alright, what do you have here?
So we're got Iron Jawz sitting here at the end.
Yep.
Okay, and Thor.
Yep.
Next champion Karok.
Yep.
Hukes is sitting out for recovery.
Yeah.
Okay, Arjak. Radix.
Yeah.
No Nuts, the newcomer.
He's actually doing really well.
Yeah, not bad for someone with no balls.
Melbex, who's coming back next match.
Melbex will be back.
Yeah.
And there's Fan at the end of it.
Awesome. So both Karok and Melbex will be in your next match because they've recovered. You didn't buy any new guys except for your Rogue Doc.
Got the Doc.
You're saving up points, hopefully buying another champion, correct?
That's the big plan.
Yeah, I'm hoping that once I get enough reputation, I might be able to do the exact same thing. Here we are, guys, with the after action report. You just saw the match between Darren and I, and my Genestealer call up against Darren and his Goliaths.
Yes.
What do you think?
Oh, that was kind of interesting, eh? A little fun.
Yeah.
For a different type of
different style of game
scenario.
You played this scenario, and that was that.
Yeah, I kind of went for it right away. Not letting that whole let's see what the guards do.
No, the sentries running around.
But I really thought the game was going to be a lot shorter. That my guys were just going to hit and run.
But I got some kills in there and stuff like that, so it's nice.
Really was a little disappointing. I thought it was just going to be a real quick, 15 minutes and watch Adam cry.
No, not at all. I didn't lose a single guy, but I lost. And I lost turf, which sucks, and reputation, which sucks, because I was trying to gain reputation.
I totally gained reputation.
Yes, you did, and I think you're the highest right now out of the campaign.
Nice. Feels good. Everybody likes me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Sitting at 9.
I'm sitting at 5. 5. I really want to. Well, but yeah, I want to get 10.
Find some friends?
No, I want to get 10. Well, yes, I want to find some friends. I want to get another accolade on my list. So that would be a lot of fun.
Just because you have 12 gangers there just doesn't make you popular.
Quantity does definitely not necessarily supersede quality by any means. No. But I do have 2 grenade launchers and a las gun or mining lasers.
Listen to him brag. I've got 3 grenade launchers,
and I got 2 very combat heavy guys. So we'll have to see what happens there.
I have 9 reputation.
You do. You're winning. Like I said, reputation. Yes, absolutely. Well, Darren, thank you very much, dude.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, ignite your hobby.